Hello, loyal fans and subscribers. Ninamori Fanboy here with the team building / preparation video for Week 3 in the PBF. Now, depending on circumstances, this video may be seen before the Week 2 preparations, just because I ended up winning via forfeit in Week 2 because my opponent didn't have access to internet, so I refrained from uploading the team building video because he wants to have an exhibition match just to see, who would have won, and I'm saving my team building as well as my battle with him for then. So for now, let's get started on Week 3. I'm going to try once again to cut this down, make it as short as possible, because we all know the first one was pretty long. The second one, well, you guys don't know yet, maybe. The second one ended up being even longer than the first one. So I'm going to try to cut this one down. So let's see how that goes. If you're not familiar with my team, it is Greninja, Megamanectric, Latios, Blissey, Gothitelle, Swampert, Fletchinder, Hitmontop, Virizion, Granbull, Persian, and Lapras. My opponent this week is the San Jose, I believe, Sharpedos, and they have access to Gengar, Talonflame, Keldeo, Kingdra, Sharpedo, Omega Sharpedo, Toxicroak, Tyrantrum, Mega Glalie, Durant, Kangaskhan, Tauros, and Zangoose. Looking at his team right away, I see he's got a lot of fighting weaknesses, pretty weak to rocks. He doesn't have a spinner or defogger that I can see. He has one stealth rocker that I see being Tyrantrum, unless like Durant or Keldeo can learn it, but I don't think. One of the main things is that he has mostly physical attackers. Like I see 3 special attackers being Gengar, Keldeo, and maybe Kingdra. Kingdra could be either. I mean, Sharpedo could have Ice Beam too. Glalie might have Freeze Dry, but for the most part, he's got mostly physical attackers. Toxicroak too could also be mixed or special, I guess. Right away, I noticed that Swampert would do very well against his team. The only thing that I can see possibly threatening Swampert would be Freeze Dry from Mega Glalie, or like if Gengar has Grass Knot or Energy Ball or something. I think it can pretty much wall the rest of his team, threaten out a lot of stuff like Tyrantrum, Durant probably wouldn't want to be scalded, Toxicroak, Earthquake. Keldeo might be a problem to Swampert. Talonflame though, gone. Sharpedo gone. Any of his 3 normal NU types, can't really touch me. So, Kingdra might be a problem. So, but I think Swampert will do really well against some of his physical threats, so Swampert is definitely coming. He's my rocker. I might lead with him, I'm not sure yet. It depends on team matchup, but I'm definitely bringing Swampert as my rocker, and I'm not bringing Blissey. This leaves Gengar as kind of a threat, same with Keldeo, so for that I'm bringing Scarfed Latios. I believe it OHKOs Gengar with Psyshock as well as Keldeo, so yeah, those go together really well. I got Psyshock, Draco, Thunderbolt, and Dragon Pulse. If I need to lock myself into a dragon move that just, doesn't have bad consequences, I don't need Trick or anything else really, like Earthquake, but I probably won't use Dragon Pulse, but I got it. Thunderbolt is, of course, for the likes of like Talonflame and Sharpedo. I believe I'll outspeed Sharpedo at +1, but I'm not sure about Mega Sharpedo. But if he's Mega, he protects turn 1, then Mega evolves, he'll still have base Sharpedo's speed, so I believe I'll still outspeed an OHKO with T-Bolt. So that's the plan for that. And in case Sharpedo becomes even more of a threat, I have my Hitmontop with Intimidate, Mach Punch, Close Combat, Rapid Spin, although I don't think he's getting up hazards. And then I had Toxic, but I don't know if I'm going to switch it for something. Toxic won't really help against him, because he doesn't look like he has too many defensive Pokemon. Like, they're pretty much all offensive, except maybe Kingdra can probably live a hit. Maybe Tyrantrum, but if I'm against Tyrantrum, I can just close combat. So I'll probably drop Toxic for something, anything really. Maybe, I don't even know what could work, but I'll think of something. Speaking of Intimidate, I also decided to bring Granbull because he has so many physical attackers, and he doesn't really have any steel or poison types that could, wall and or KO Granbull. Toxicroak might be a problem, but not really, I don't think. I have other options for Toxicroak. So I have for my Granbull Assault Vest, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Play Rough, and Close Combat. I considered Heal Bell on my Granbull, but I didn't really have another item to give my Granbull because I have leftovers on my Swampert and my Hitmontop, so I couldn't give Granbull leftovers. So I just gave him an Assault Vest and, them 4 attacks. It's pretty bulky and very strong, so it'll be an offensive presence as well as a pretty solid defensive Pokemon, I believe. So there's that. Speaking again of Intimidate, I, of course, brought my Mega Manectric. It can Volt Switch out on anything. He doesn't have a single ground type, so it might come in handy. And, the Intimidate's always good. If something is Scarfed and KOs me, then I'll at least find out. I got Hidden Power Ice, though that won't really hit anything at all. It'll do a little more to Tyrantrum, but that's about it. But I probably won't want to stay in on Tyrantrum anyway. Probably just Volt Switch on out into Swampert. But he'll put in a lot of work and check a lot of things on his team. I feel like Talonflame, Keldeo, Kingdra even, maybe. Sharpedo, after an Intimidate, can't do much. Toxicroak, Tyrantrum's a problem. Glalie, maybe. Durant, gone. Kangaskhan, Tauros, and Zangoose. I'm not really worried about any of those 3 with my team, but I think Mega Manectric can handle all of them, especially after an Intimidate. And last but not least, I opted for Gothitelle with Specs, Shadow Tag, of course, Trick, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and I forget the last move. I have it written down as Rest, but I remember I changed it. Just because, Keldeo could be a threat. Anything could be a threat, really. Whatever, if I feel I need to trap something and just KO it right out, I have Gothitelle for that. Like, I have a modest max special attack and then the rest in HP. Hopefully, I can come in on Gengar if Gengar's a problem, live a Shadow Ball, then KO it with Psychic. That's the plan anyway. Or, Keldeo, KO that with Psychic. Or, Toxicroak, trick it a choice Specs, and then it can't really Sucker Punch me. It can, but then I can switch all around on it. Just, stuff like that. That's why I brought Gothitelle. So, yeah, I hope it'll do well, and that's my team. So, once again, I have Swampert, Latios, Granbull, Mega Manectric, Hitmontop, and Gothitelle. I believe anything he has is checked by at least one member. Let's just check. Gengar, Scarfed Latios, or hopefully Gothitelle. Talonflame, Swampert, not really kinda. Mega Manectric, maybe Gothitelle, Keldeo, Latios, Granbull, Mega Manectric, and Gothitelle, Kingdra, maybe Mega Manectric, Granbull definitely, maybe Latios, Mega Sharpedo, Latios if it's before Mega Evolution, Swampert maybe, Mega Manectric maybe, Hitmontop, Toxicroak, maybe Gothitelle, Mega Manectric probably, Swampert definitely, maybe Granbull but probably not, Tyrantrum, Swampert, Latios, Granbull, Hitmontop, Glalie, Swampert if it doesn't have Freeze Dry, Hitmontop, Gothitelle maybe, Durant, Mega Manectric, Latios, Gothitelle, Swampert, Kangaskhan, Hitmontop, Tauros, Hitmontop, Zangoose, Hitmontop. So, yeah, I feel everything is checked, and hopefully any combination he brings, these 6 will do well against them. So, that was the video. I tried abridging it, so I needed to say everything that I thought that I needed to say and didn't leave anything out, and hopefully, I explained everything, and hopefully I'll do well. We'll be battling in a few hours from when I'm recording this, so, I guess I said all that I need to say, I hope, anyway. Thank you for watching the whole video, and stay tuned for the battle.